I'm gonna show a short clip of this video. This is one of the only times I have ever seen Leslie run dry. Sulphur's dry all the time since they been messing with the water. Unless they release water and then they try to blame it on the rain. But Leslie Run is dry, and I think this is a prime example of okay, everything's dry. There's nothing. Well, there's one small pipe putting water out, but you would see the amount of water that's still being pumped, and it's not all coming from this little pipe putting this little bit of water out. So I think this is a good example on water movement, just not on the surface. You would see down in their hole they have water they're pumping out because obviously they've dug down below and hit the what I like to call the stream underneath. So everything we see, on the surface isn't all there is. There's a whole nother world flowing underneath. At the end of this video, I included a couple, we'll call them natural springs, I guess, flowing into Leslie after the bridge, because Leslie was still flowing. It was low, but it was still flowing. And with no water coming into it, where's the water coming from? Well, probably, springs that I can't even see or I don't even know about, or I just included a few of the ones I caught along the bank throughout my walks down there. I don't know, just enjoy. Maybe a slight bridge update, I guess, could be included a little bit in this, but it's not really for that. It's more for the water. You see, I'm trying to drain the water out of there. I got two pumps going now. There's where the riprap happened. Sulphur's not even flowing. Sulphur's dry. I mean, completely dry. And from the looks of it, it looks like wow, is Leslie dry too? Wow, this is dry. What are they doing with all this water? I've never seen this dry. I've never personally seen it dry. I'm not saying it never has been, but wow. This is all dried up, and this is Leslie. So this would be what coming from New Waterford. What are they doing with the water down there? I mean, it's been dry, but I don't think it's been dry enough for this to dry out, man. I've never seen this dry out. I've seen it low. Wow. That's a first. There is nothing in here. Nothing. Is this purposeful, or is this they're using water for something else? I don't know. Wow. So the only water we got coming into Leslie's this one right here that runs out of the hillside. Yeah, this was the one that was always running out of the hillside. It's buried in weeds. So this is the only place we got water coming from. I still want to know where this goes. Down here somewhere. Wow. So not only they dried up Leslie, they have dried up Sulphur. So I don't know what that's running. Wow. That's a little slick. Should be fun on the way down. Oh, what's under this? You're interested to know what's under that. Man, this thing's about ready to burst, man. I don't think it can take much more pressure. Wow. Wonder why Leslie's dried up. Might have to take a drive up the road and see how far. What are they using that water for? They're obviously not diverting it because it would still be coming down through there, so. That is interesting. Very interesting. What's in her puddle? Oh, looks pretty clean. They have the pump running and run this much water, right? Here's another one that's obviously underground. You can see it flowing water down. So here's another example of a underground spring that flows in the river, and you probably will never find out where the origin is of this. Maybe deep underground, and maybe farther up the stream, and it's hard to tell. But there's another natural, spring, stream, whatever you want to call it. There's so much garbage down here. Flowing into Sulphur Run. But everything's fine, guys. They know exactly where the water went. Here is two more. Got one here. You got one here. I mean, I can even. The sun's in the way. I can even see the sand bubbling up from the water come up out of the ground. So here's two more. Imagine how many I'm missing. But here's two more natural. I mean, you can see where the sediment built up here, so this one must flow fairly decently. If it can flow enough sediment out to put a little wall like that. So here's just another. We have another one. Obviously, flowing out of the hillside. So, I mean, this is just a small, just a little bit of the bank. I'm walking down and I'm just finding these. Imagine how many of these are there, you know, throughout town and, you know, surrounding areas. Yet here's another. Water flowing into the creek without, you know, totally bypassing the creek basically. Who knows where this comes from either. And yet here's another one. You can clearly see the water bubbling up through the ground. I don't know if it's catching or not, but you can see the water bubbling up. What the hell is digging over there? Wow. Yeah, so here's another one. Another natural spring flown into the creek from who knows where. You know, how deep does it go? How much of that, you know, went underground? How much chemicals flowed in that underground? You know, all these unanswered questions, but EPA says it's fine.